It was neat to get to meet some of the colleagues that we've only really known through Zoom calls. We're not the only company that's the case, but in this case it was the first opportunity, and just kind of building relationships and talking about how we work with our clients to help them be successful is a lot of that, and obviously we had some fun while we're at it and built some relationships.
Hello everybody, and welcome to White Label Advice. My name is Brooke McNeely. I am the VP of Marketing here at Whyte, and I am here today with our ShopTalk veterans now, with our VP of Partnerships, Scott Benedict, and our VP of Client Relations, Lane Caruth. I almost said Dickerson Caruth.
That's okay.
You've had like 3 last names since you worked here. But thank you guys and welcome. How are you guys all here? How are you doing? Did you survive Vegas?
Good. We did. We had a great time and learned a lot. Made a lot of great connections, I think.
I do too, and I got to see palm trees. So
well, there's that.
That's always
my life's complete.
Yeah. Oh, I'm so jealous. I don't think it was bad here, the weather, but it did snow. It did snow while you were there. So, you know, here in Arkansas for like.
And there was a tornado too, because I woke up the next morning. People checking on me to see if my house was still there.
Yeah.
And luckily it was.
That's good. Woohoo! Yeah. I was like, I can't believe Lane hasn't posted about the tornado on Facebook yet. And I'm like, oh, she's in Vegas. She might not even be awake yet. So, but everything was well. But one of the questions, one of the first things that I wanted to ask you guys is, was ShopTalk really a reunion of retail like they were advertising?
I think so. I mean, so everyone was so excited. I mean, this was the first event in 2 years. And for me personally, we had a company I used to work for, TPN. We had like a TPN reunion one night, and there were about 20 of us. And it was just fantastic, just getting to see people that I hadn't seen in forever and just reconnecting. So I definitely think it was. I think it was one of the highest attendance, I believe, that they had.
I think they said after the fact that they actually set a record for attendance for that event, which is kind of exciting. The running dialogue throughout the event when we would talk to folks was, this feels a little bit like 2019. So it felt like it was a more traditional event. And the great thing is here we are at a time in retailing where so much is changing, so much is evolving, and people really need to get together and talk about that. And there's business opportunities, there's sharing best practices. It was the right time to have an event like that. And yes, it did feel a lot like a reunion. So.
Good. That's another one of the questions that inquiring mind wants to know. Did you make it to any of those 20 epic parties?
I've heard somewhere the saying, what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. So I really can't comment on that at all. Elaine can comment if she wishes to. I can't comment on that.
I may have made it to an epic party. I'll leave it at that.
Oh, wow. So, no, the suspense.
Yes, we like being mysterious.
The mysterious, yes. Who did you guys meet? And did you make any fast friends with any of our sister companies?
Yeah, I got a chance to hang out with Flywheel, and it was really great to get to know Alex McCord and be a part of meetings with him, and it was just fantastic. And then he actually had a suite at the Mandalay Bay, and Perpetua was there, and Flywheel, and of course White Spider, and
some folks from the Edge.
Yes.
Yeah, yes. It was neat to get to meet some of the colleagues that we've only really known through Zoom calls. We're not the only company that's the case, but in this case it was the first opportunity, and just kind of building relationships and talking about how we work with our clients to help them be successful is a lot of that, and obviously we had some fun while we're at it and built some relationships. So that was kind of fun, I think.
Yeah, it was great.
Awesome. All right, and one other thing that I wanted to ask you guys is, what did you learn? So what kind of seminars were there, and what did you attend? What had the best messages?
Well, I'll tell you, I kind of bounce between meetings and some of these seminars, and what was really interesting is however we perceive that retail is evolving and how you serve our customers evolving, the seminars really kind of reinforced that. There was conversations about the shopping experience, and up to and including not only on a website or in a physical store, but also the experience of getting the product to the consumer and what it was like and what was the most efficient way of doing it. There's also some talk, and I really enjoyed this one, is about developing future leaders of retail and what are the skills and how do you retain talent in a very competitive environment. I think whether you're a retailer or a consumer brand, whatever role you play in the retail ecosystem, that's a recurring theme and a recurring part of conversation. Also got to hear some talk about best practices as companies have kind of worked through this, not only the pandemic, but how to evolve their business, serve a customer across physical and digital. A lot of conversations about that. And then, and this is the interesting part, this topic of the metaverse and what is that going to mean to retail? That came up in a number of different conversations in a number of different contexts. And I'm not sure if anybody knows. Absolutely. And I remain a little bit of a skeptic about it. But it'll be interesting to see how some of the technology and how it impacts the experience will evolve retail over the course of the next few years.
All right, that's really interesting. And how about networking, Lane? I know that is one of your specialties. How did the networking go?
Oh, it went amazing. Like I said, I got to meet new people that I had never met before. I got to meet people in person. I'd only met via Zoom, and just got to reconnect with so many people. It was funny, even people from Northwest Arkansas that I hadn't seen in forever in person. And it was just amazing. It was just such a fun trade show. I look forward to going back next year, and it was just very exciting.
All right. And last questions. What are you guys' top takeaways? What did you come back with? What kind of extra knowledge or hopeful for the future, just kind of, conversations and partners that we wanted to work with in the future?
Yeah, like I said, I had a lot of great meetings with our sister company, Flywheel, and made a lot of really good connections and have exciting meetings moving forward with that. But I think for me, one of the things that I kind of the theme I can keep hearing is, the last 2 years obviously have been extra crazy. It seems a little less right now. So kind of trying to figure out what's next going forward is really kind of the main kind of topic of conversation, and really like what's the next big thing. It's always about innovation and being first to market, and that was a constant theme and a constant question that people asked me, or I asked other folks about as well.
Yeah, I'll tell you that one of the things that really struck me about this event is a lot of times you go to industry events like this and there'll be topics that are about physical retail, and then there'll be topics about digital retail, and even as recently as 2019 it felt like those are very siloed conversation. The thing that is maybe a silver lining out of the changes we all went through during the pandemic is now those are very blended conversations. Discussions about how to serve a customer, about what a good customer experience is like, really are a true blend between physical and digital. And that's something we've thought would, it was going to take years and years for that to eventually really come to life. It's come to life now. And it's really among a lot of the speakers and a lot of the discussions that happen, that's like a recurring theme, is how does digital serve a customer, not just in a traditional e-commerce experience, but when they're going to go shop in a physical store, how these things connect. And I think it's exciting to see it happen, but it also presents a lot of challenges for how our clients and folks that are in the business like we are really bring that to life and do it in effective ways.
All right. Well, thank you guys so much. This was an awesome thing, and I'm glad you guys got to go to Vegas, and I'm jealous. One day I'll get to go there too. But all right, thank you so much, and we'll see you next time.